Hey, it's August 11th. Welcome on in to Daily Cards Live here on ClaimsOnline.com. I'm Joe Roderick, joined alongside by Bob Ramsey, and we are presented to you each and every day by Mungenast, St. Louis Acura, and Royal Banks of Missouri. Rammer, I want to take you back to Friday, July 30th. That was the day of the trade deadline, and you were just extremely passionate about the trade the Cardinals made that day, calling the guys. I don't even remember what names you were calling them, but J.A. Happ goes out there yesterday and tosses a one-hitter, just an outstanding pickup by Mo at the trade deadline, and these Cardinals are ready to soar.
His performances have been remarkable. How and why would be interesting to know. Let me turn it back on you in an overly defensive move by me. And that is, do you expect this every outing?
Absolutely, yes. I expect a no-hitter next outing, actually. Okay. One up it.
Ready to soar. Okay, I'm on board. Hey, look, I don't discredit, even though the Pirates are terrible. You can't. This is what you're supposed to do. He did what he was supposed to do. The bullpen did what it was supposed to do, and that's the way it's got to work. If you give yourself any kind of a chance to make a little run, you've got to do the things you're supposed to do. And I would tip my cap to Happ.
Yeah, that the bullpen yesterday, as J.A. Happ only went 6 innings in the game, but then you hand it off to the bullpen of Helsley, Cabrera, and Reyes. No Giovanni Gallegos yesterday, so you saw Helsley become the right-handed arm out of the bullpen, bridging that gap over to Cabrera. As I thought that was a little interesting because we've seen Gallegos struggle in recent outings, but we saw him struggle, and then we saw Mike Shildt go right back to him. So a little maybe a little shift in roles in the bullpen.
Well, I don't know. Only Mike could tell you that, and I don't know if it is, but I think when you look at matchups, maybe innings totaling up on a guy, there's no hard number for any given pitcher. If a guy's starting to feel physically stressed, more importantly, emotionally stressed, maybe it's a way to give a guy a break. And then again, you look at Helsley and maybe they feel like he'd earned some better opportunities. So I think all those things are probably factors.
Yeah, so the Cardinals get their win, and you said that you want to see a 5-1 week out of them between the Pirates and the Royals. I mean, I'll say it again. I think it needs to be a sweep, back-to-back sweeps with these two teams if they want to make any kind of run at all in the in any kind of postseason run, as the Brewers win not once but twice yesterday against the Cubs in a very long delayed evening doubleheader yesterday. So the Brewers, they're going to keep winning, and that's that. You have to win many more games than they do because they're a very good team, and it doesn't look like they're going anywhere.
No, and a couple of weeks ago I was talking about a 40, and the Cardinals needed to go 40-20. Now it's more like 35-15 the rest of the way. They've got to play 20 games over 500 the rest of the way, and as the calendar shrinks, the winning percentage has to get higher if you're not hitting that mark, and so the odds of that get tougher. This road keeps getting steeper, but I still think that 20 games over 500 from this point, I think that's the number. I just don't know if they're capable of that.
Yeah, we do have lineups already. As we have a later show than we usually do, 2:45 already. So lineups for both teams are already out, and it's another Adam Wainwright game and another game with Yadier Molina behind the plate as those two get closer and closer to, I believe it's 300, right? 300 starts between the two of them. So it'll be Dylan Carlson, Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado, Tyler O'Neill, Yadier Molina, Harrison Bader, Paul DeYoung, Tommy Edman, and Adam Wainwright. So we see the Edman leadoff down for now. Tommy Edman go down to the 8-hole against a right-handed pitcher. Yeah. So it's That's such a big jump. That's such a big
No,
jump
it's
in.
not. No, it's not, because your last guy is your second leadoff guy. That's the way I've always looked at it.
It would
And
be that way if we didn't have pitchers hitting, but unfortunately we
absolutely,
do.
I know you're doing that in a whiny moment, but you're absolutely right. And that's the way I would believe I would construct a lineup. My worst guy would not hit ninth. My next best leadoff hitter, if he's moved out of there because of a matchup or whatever, he'd be 9. And getting another leadoff guy there as you turn that lineup over, I think is big. Analytics tell you that in the long run, over the course of the season, it maybe helps you a little bit, probably more inconsequential than not, but I'm still convinced of it, and that's what I would do. So hitting Edman 8, I think, is absolutely fine. My deal with the lineup is I would have O'Neill third and Arenado fourth. That's the
Yeah.
way I would do it, because I think O'Neill is your best guy, and I want him for sure hitting in the first inning. But it starts. That's kind of nitpicky.
We do see Tyler O'Neill back in the lineup today. He was not in the lineup yesterday. Was a late scratch. Had some issues. Got his second vaccine shot the other day, and I guess was experiencing just a few setbacks from that. So only out one day.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. On my second shot, I was tired the one day, and I think that is a pretty typical response to that second shot. And he'll probably be just fine today.
Yeah, so there you go. I'll stand on my soapbox with this and just say Tyler O'Neill, who puts everything else, puts all kinds of stuff in his body and looks at everything that he puts in his body. He went and got vaccinated, and so he knows what he has probably done all of the research before doing that to himself, as he does with everything else, to look the way that he does outside of a baseball uniform. Yeah. Will Crow will be on the mound for the Pirates today. Has faced everybody in the Cardinals lineup, has faced them all. And it's, it looks like one game. Dylan Carlson has the most at bats with 6, Arenado with 5. So he's faced everybody in there. So this isn't going to be your guy you've never heard of going out there and pitching against the Cardinals. Everybody has seen him. Hopefully the Cardinals can get another outstanding start out of Adam Wainwright and get a win out of Will Crow.
As you know, all along, I've been more concerned about the offense than the pitching. And last night was pitching and defense, and you scored some runs, so that was fine. A guy I think to keep an eye on is Harrison Bader. It appears he's reverting back a little bit to some of his bad habits, but then with a given at bat in a given game, you'll see that spark that you go, well, maybe not. It looked to me on some at bats lately that Harrison acts as if he's never seen a breaking ball. And when he was on his hot streak in July, he was so focused and locked in, and his pitch recognition was so good. I'm still interested to see how he can finish August, and if he can get, I'm not going to say he's going to hit 400 like he did in July, but if he can hit 300 and be a guy that recognizes pitch count, pitch recognition, situation in the game, and be more consistently productive, he could be a tipping point guy in the lineup for the Cardinals as they move through August.
The game tonight, 6:05, an early game tomorrow, as the Cardinals will play that and then head back to Missouri to take on the Kansas City Royals this weekend. So you'll be seeing us earlier than usual tomorrow, bringing you daily Cards Live. And Raymer, you got nowhere to go anyway, so you'll be set to go whenever I am, I guess.
Turn on the computer, you'll see me staring blindly at it. That's all I got, man. That's all I got.
Hey, tell us about our friends at Royal Banks.
Royal Banks of Missouri, always there for you to help you achieve your financial goals. They did it for me with their tremendous home equity line product. And if you are a new customer with Royal Banks, great opportunities for you folks. All you got to do is give them a call, 314-212-1500. Go online to royalbanksofmo.com. Let all the work you've put into your house come back and work for you now with the home equity credit line from Royal Banks of Missouri, where better service means better banking. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
I see your TCU hat. I know you had a kid that was a horned frog, right?
Yep. My son went there, peace sign, make it angry. There's your frog. Yeah, and my wife and I think, enjoyed it more than he did. It's a great school. He had a lot of fun there. He graduated, and so I thought I'd bust that out for you.
Here we go. This was a giveaway a few years ago, the Cardinals, and I love it. It used to have the Maryville logo on the side, but after many hours of with needles and stuff, I was able to take the logo out of there. I'm sorry to Maryville University for removing your logo from these hats, but it's a nice hat and I like wearing it. So
yeah,
it's got the old school logo on it.
One of the old classic logos from the 70s. That was my time coming up when they went to the one bird for that part of the logo. And 70s was a crazy time in baseball in America, in fashion. A lot of huge fashion mistakes. And the Cardinals are right at the forefront with the pullovers and then the pullover V-neck and the powder blue, the logo. It was a mess, but they were a mess like everybody else. So
God, those jerseys. So I've been playing the show pretty much nonstop since it came out. And my kid has started to get into that, playing on his own now and doing that on his own. And he was playing with the Cardinals, and he likes to mix and match the jerseys, like the tops and bottoms from different eras, because he's 8 and he doesn't know what looks good together.
Right.
And it drives me crazy, but I really try to talk him into going with the pullover with the V-neck, because it's such a good, but now looking back on it now, it looks like it was so uncomfortable to play in because it was a pullover shirt, but God, it looks so good. I got the Okendo one in my closet. It's a nice looking, I think it's a nice looking shirt.
Awful. Truly awful. Hey, because it was the trend all over baseball, we had to wear those at Lindenwood, and they were terrible. I made them look pretty good though.
He is Bob Ramsey. I'm Joe Roderick. This has been another edition of Daily Cards Live, as we are presented by Mungenast, St. Louis Acura, and Royal Banks of Missouri. We will be back with you tomorrow right here on ClaibsOnline.com.
St. Louis Acura is excited to announce the opening of our newly remodeled service lounge. We sell pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models and take pride in servicing what we sell. We offer free pickup and delivery service and a complimentary car wash and vacuum with every service. We also have a full-service reconditioning shop on site that can repair dents, bumpers, and wheels. As the nation's only 29-time Acura Precision Team winner for customer satisfaction, we work every day to make St. Louis Acura better than ever for you.